Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this Outrageous Rage DPS video. So this video I'm going to be showing you my PowerPoints, I'm going to be showing you loadout, talk a bit about the loadout, and show you the rotation for it. Now this loadout can be used for range, it can be used for melee, it covers dots and a lot of burst. So I would pretty much think that over all the loadouts I've ever done for Rage, this is probably the single best, strongest one for it. I'm not too sure if a lot of people already use it, but you know, this is a really strong one to use. Okay, so for the PowerPoints, in Yanga Tree, we have Rage Blast, Violence, Berserk, Lacerate, Golden Eruption. In the Punishment Tree, we have Ragebringer, Revenge, Remorseless Recovery, Frenzy, Dreadful Blast, Plasma Wretch, Bloodlust. And the Iconics, Tactical Genius, Weapons Expert, Robot Psychic. Okay, so now to loadout. So from left to right we have Plasma Wretch, Golden Eruption, Bloodlust, Dreadful Blast, Robot Psychic, Berserk. These two are our primary dots. Golden Eruption has a big area effect, so we can use this even for ranged. We just have to use it at certain areas. Bloodlust, we can use this to clip as well. Dreadful Blast, our primary burst damage over skill. Robot Psychic, pretty much because we don't need anything else in our loadout. It's a nice steady damage over time. And then Berserk. Now I know a lot of people who use this on bosses, but if you're in the new T6 content, you can actually get away with using this on like the mobs or the ads before bosses, where you can get some nice burst damage and kill them. Or if you know you can get away with meleeing the boss, you can also use this as well, because in the T6 raids you can actually go melee on certain bosses if your tank knows what they're doing. Okay, so overall, what we want to do is we're going to be applying Bloodlust with Golden Eruption, because we're going to be clipping it. Well, actually, I'll show you on the sparring target. It's probably easier to show than it is just to tell you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prime examples of what to do when it comes to range, because some people probably thinking, oh well, you know, you can't actually use Golden Eruption from range, but you can. You just have to be careful on how you use it. It's like with Savage Growth, you have to go in, apply it, and then come back out. So like, you're coming up to a boss, all right, and you know you can't melee it, but you can still go in, apply it, and get out, and that will give you your nice. Because look at the range on it, literally all the way from over there to back here. So literally, you run in, you apply it, and then you back off. But you can clip it with Bloodlust. Now it sets you up with your nice dot. So then literally, so if we come up to a boss we can't melee, we run in, apply it, Bloodlust, and then we do a Weapon Mastery, straight from Dreadful Blast, and on the last hold, we clip it with Wretch, and then repeat. And then when it's ready to use again, we just run in, apply it, back off, weapon combo, into Dreadful Blast, clip the Plasma Wretch, Weapon Mastery, Dreadful Blast, and then Plasma Wretch. And that's sort of pretty much to it. But if we know we can get away with being like kind of close to the boss, because of its AoE, the tank's, well, you've got a really good tank and it's always keeping it under control, then we don't need to like run in and back off. So if, for example, this is like the boss, and we want to kind of go mid-range, you know, because we don't have to like run in, back off, and get over here and do damage, but we can stay within like kind of this radius. Then we can just simply go Golden Eruption and Bloodlust, and then we would go into a weapon combo, Dreadful Blast, and keep repeating. It's pretty much that simple to it. Now with when it comes to like using Berserk, you can pretty much use it on anything. Berserk is one of those superchargers. It doesn't last long, but it does an insane amount of damage. And you can get away with meleeing any boss in the game, as long as the tank has its aggro and you know what you're doing with the power. Because even though Berserk's not a range skill, it's still the best supercharge to use, because of the amount of damage it can do. So if you know ads have got a big, so if you know like you've got a big group of ads have a nice bit of HP, you can literally set up your dots, do your Weapon Mastery combo, or you can just do Berserk and just destroy the ads. Clear them all straight away and get the job done. But I've also know you've got a tank, but you know, they say you can't melee boss. Every boss can be meleeed. So if you have a boss that it's not meant to be melee, but it can be, you can easily pop your supercharge. You can set up your dots, do your weapon mastery. You can easily pop berserk and kind of still stay within like a safe distance of it. Let's see if I can actually get a berserk. So let's do some charging. Oh, probably be actually easy just to do weapon mastery. So yeah, as you can see though, it does a lot of AoE damage. It's actually very simple to use. It's not that hard. Now the best weapon mastery to use for this is going to be the dual wield. Now I know a lot of people use hand blasters, but been doing some testing with the hand blasters and so forth, and even though hand blasters is power efficient and does good damage, it's just too slow. You want to use the dual wield range combo because it's fast, really good damage, and allows you to do your dreadful blast and set up your dots quicker as possible. Because let's face it, dreadful blast hits an insane amount of damage, and we want to try and use that as much as we can. So let's try and I think berserk should work from around this range, so we don't actually have to go close up to it. So let's just see. So as you can see, so berserk does have like a small range to it. You probably find it actually might have a bit of a bigger range. And it does last for a decent time. So we don't actually literally have to go up to the boss's face and say like, hey, I've got berserk, pop it, and then die. We can literally set up our dots, back away a little bit, pop berserk, and then we can do our range combo on it. Except for you actually want to do the hold instead of actually just spamming the right one. That was completely mistiming by me. So as you see, like literally, with the berserk you saw the range to it, so we can easily be back around this range, set up our dots, do a weapon mastery, dreadful blast, and so forth, and we're still able to get the damage from berserk. We don't literally have to go close up to it. And this loadout just does an insane amount of damage. Try it out for yourselves and you'll see the results. It's not a hard loadout to use, but it does cover AoE, it covers range, it covers melee, and you can also play around with the range to berserk. As you saw, it's not full on, have to be right up close to the target to do the damage. You can be a bit of a small distance away from it to get the damage. And this will help you out to burn down the bosses quicker, and even to burn down ads quicker, if you don't want to go up straight to them, if you're not much of a melee person. And for melee rotation, it's pretty much the same thing. Same what I'm doing with the range one, except for you would use your melee combo, like for hand blasters, it's a tap tap hold. For one-handed, it's a tap tap hold, and such. So it's pretty much just exactly the same thing, but you replace the range weapon mastery with the melee one, and that works for this loadout works for melee and range. And there you have it, guys. An insanely good loadout, does an incredible amount of damage, it's good fun, and it covers all areas. Have fun with it, let me know how you get on. If there is actually any improvements you think can be done to it, also let me know. I know a lot of people don't like the robot sidekick and probably wondering what can be replaced in it. Honestly, if you're not a fan of the robot sidekick, you probably can try and replace it with a skill. Now, there's not many to choose from since we've used up all our power points. I know some people might try and use Neo Venom, but honestly, Neo Venom just sucks. It's not good. So you probably could use like Remorseless Recovery to try and get a little bit of healing into your character, which is not too bad. You don't need to use Violence because you've already got your 2 primary dots. So if you don't use Robot Sidekick, I would use Remorseless Recovery. But then you're going to have a power point left over, and you possibly could stick it in like an extra innate, or maybe you could run a self shield. If you do want to go up and close and you're worried about taking too much damage, you could run something like Hard Light Shield, maybe for some extra protection. The choice is up to you. Or you could run Neo Venom. I personally don't like it. I think it's a really bad skill. But that's just me, though. So, thank you very much for watching this, guys. Go try this out for yourself. Have fun with it. Let me know the results afterwards. I hope you've done good with it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this. And until next time, I will see you then.